Hello! One of the best assets on the Unity Asset Store is NatureManufacture's Meadow Environment. I created Biomes and Presets for it when we started with MicroVerse. Years have passed, so I decided to create new ones with the latest iteration of all software. Without further ado, let me show you how they look. I create a new outdoor scene. I delete the global volume, light, geometry, and create a new MicroVerse terrain. For URP, I added the settings of Meadow Environment. It contains a directional light, which includes lens flare, a skybox with haze but without much fog, post-processing, and wind. What we need now is a height map. I pick my own StampIT collection and the Meadows height maps. Let's pick a random one, like for instance this one. The scale by default is a bit high. Let's reduce this to, let's say, 50. Let's take a look at the presets. The texture stamps look like this. We can spawn grass. The plain one is just a single terrain layer. It looks like this. You see the tiling. You can get rid of it with assets like, for instance, Microsplat and the stochastic distribution. You can use another preset like this one, and this includes more layers which make the tiling not so noticeable. But for now, I will remove these and stick with sandy grass. These are the vegetation presets. You have various presets of grass, flowers, trees, logs, trunks, stumps, and rocks. In objects, we have background mountains. We need them anyway, so we might as well place them right away. Look like this. It gives a very nice, vast impression. These are the biomes and these are the paths. So let's dive into the biomes. I move to the edge of the scene and place a green grass biome. It looks like this. The bushes one biome contains grass and some bushes. Bushes 2 contains bushes, grass, and some flowers. You can of course adjust these settings to your personal preference. This one includes the grass bushes and some dry grass. Here is how Poppy Fields looks like, or sunroot. Here is Colorful Fields. It mixes various flowers. Or Colorful Fields 2, which mixes even more. Forest 1 is the one I showed you already in my Genesis Pro tutorial, where you can see how you can create this on your own. But let me delete these first to save performance. I drag Forest 1 here. You see it contains grass, trees, poppies. Forest 2 is more singular, with forest leaves. Forest 3 is more of a wilderness with mushrooms. Forest 4 shows how you can combine, for instance, the grass terrain layer with grass rocks and leaves with leaves on the rocks. It's quite nice. I'm spawning now Forest 1 over the full terrain. I press Ctrl-Shift and drag this in. It fills the terrain. Let's visualize the path. For instance, the sandy path looks like this. It's a sand path with dry grass at the edges. The creek looks like this. It's a wet terrain layer with a smoothness map and some high grass at the edges. The poplar path looks like this. It contains a terrain layer with poplars left, right. Maybe it's better to visualize when I hide these briefly. Looks like this here. You can of course paint as much as you want. For instance, let's move this here. Then it looks like this. Let's revert back to Forest 1. What we can also do now is just delete all these layers and use Genesis Pro. Open Quick Launch and the browser wizard. Let's close Quick Launch again. We don't need the grass anymore. I create a new container. I define the shape of the terrain and the biomes. I create a new Voronoi diagram, create splines, which means the splines are here and here. For every shape, you have a spline. You can distribute various height stamps around it, or just populate the biomes randomly. I hit Create Biomes, and now we have our terrain created. Or let me create another and another. Of course, you can amp up the detailed draw distance in MicroVerse or the terrain itself. I hope you enjoyed this introduction, and thank you very much for watching.